Let's start the program. Japanese Trader Radio Part.048. Today is February 22nd, 2026, Sunday, by Gift and Craft. 1FX, 11 surveillance, 11 price movement, 111 this week's bid price of the target currency pair. Dollar yen, selling. 112 this week's bid price movement of all currency pairs, dollar yen, plus 240 pips, plus 1.6%. Euro yen, plus 150%, plus 0.8%. Pound yen, plus 50 pips, plus 0.2%. Euro dollar, minus 90 pips, minus 0.8%. Pound dollar, minus 170 pips, minus 1.2%. Euro pound, plus 50 pips, plus 0.6%. 112 economic indicators. 121 this week's economic indicators. 20th Friday, 8:30, Japan inflation rate YOY, the actual is 1.5%. 20th Friday, 20:30, the US GDP growth rate QOQ, the actual is 1.4%. 20th Friday, 20:30, the US core PC price index MOM, the actual is 0.4%. 122 next week's economic indicators. 23rd, Monday, 18, Germany IFO business climate. 25th, Wednesday, 16, Germany GfK consumer confidence. 27th, Friday, 22, Germany inflation rate YOY. 113 this week's news and events that don't seem to be factored in. Identifying the yen appreciation trade. US Supreme Court rules Trump tariffs illegal and invalid. 114 next week's FX trading strategy and tactics. The strongest was the US dollar and the weakest was the yen. However, the weakness of the yen is the result of volatility. It was the pound rather that has been consistently weak and showing a downtrend. From a fundamentals perspective, the illegality of Trump tariffs has been indicted, making it impossible to determine the outlook for the continued strength of the dollar. Amid the trend away from the dollar, I believe that as investors look to escape into currencies other than the US dollar, the relatively undervalued euro will become the destination. Looking at the daily chart of the euro dollar, it seems that the third corrective wave has ended and the first wave of the upward move is beginning. On the 4-hour and 1-hour charts, an upward trend following the bottoming out can be seen. On the 5-minute chart, a large bullish candlestick has appeared, indicating momentum in the upward directions. Set a stop loss to avoid being cut off during the adjustment of the second wave of the push and use a shortage where the euro rises significantly. 1-2 order, number 7 order. Dollar yen sell, moving away from the dollar. It seemed to be a range-bound market, but the upside is heavy and the dollar price looks like it slight be further. Price for new order 153.105. Stop order 153.4. I determined that it wouldn't reach the plus 1 sigma on the 1-hour Bollinger Bands. The limit order 151. I determined that it reaches the minus 2 sigma of the daily Bollinger Bands. It seems that the adjustment in Japanese stocks has ended and the yen is likely to weaken again in line with the rise in Japanese stocks. I believe the stage where rising Japanese stocks and the weakened yen more together has come to an end. Number 7, verification. The Broadly chart broke well above the Bollinger Band 2 plus 2 sigma, and after that it continued to rise after touching the EMA, and the upward trending range continues. It was good to place a stop loss order, meaning buy to limit the loss, but it wasn't from a selling perspective. It's good that I didn't make a mistake with the OCO order. Number 8, new order. Dollar buy. I believe that the US economy will show resilience based on the economy indicators to be released this Friday, leading to a rebound in the dollar. On the 1-hour chart, a Harami candlestick formed due to a rebound from minus 1 sigma. New order 154.784. Stop order 154.5. Limit order 157.6. Concerns over dollar selling due to uncertainty about US President Trump policies. I feel anxious about changing the strategy for the weekend. There are already many factors contributing to a weak yen, such as the interest rate gap between Japan and the US and the proactive faced policies of the Takaichi administration. Number 8, trader, sell. US Supreme Court rules Trump tariffs illegal and invalid. Price fluctuations based on recent economic indicators are small. Stop order 155.05. Limit order 155.10. There has been little impact on the dollar. I think the impact on the dollar will start to appear at the beginning of the week, even if the effect of the US Supreme Court ruling is small. Recent economic indicators show a weak US economy, which will be a factor in the dollar's depreciation. 2 stock to 1 surveillance, 211会社指標 surveillance, 4350 medical system network. Recovery after a sharp drop. The pharmacy support business is growing steadily. 212 holding brand surveillance, 6027 弁護士.com. From 2423 to 2307. According to the earnings briefing, the business performance is solid and M&A activities are strategic. 4858 Power X from 3025 to 3430. The most of a profitable financial report and celebration with 21 was received, causing a sharp rebound. 402A Axel Space Holding from 529 to 557. 22 Inspection 6027 弁護士.com. Concerns about the death of SARS won't stop. However, there are a lot of buy orders on the board. The current price range is around the bravest point so far. I wanna hold because I believe the price has bottomed out. 4858 Power X. Under the perspective of the United States, Japan's economy is expected to rise. It's anticipated that imports of battery materials from China will become smoother following the US-China summit. The more President Trump of the United States is cornered, the more Japan will be relied upon in terms of international relations, which is believed to weak to Japan's economy advantage in the short term. 3 others. 3-1. Make sure I do what I can. I revised my trading rules and changed my wake-up time from 4:30 to 5 o'clock. Waking up later makes me hectic, but I think it's better to change my schedule that I can do rather than that I do not improve. This allows me to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep and to try my best to wake up the next morning even if I'm unable to quit drinking. Hiromi Go, whom I respect, has spoken about the importance of maintaining habits that seem too simple for a long period of time. This teaching will help me continue this practice for a long time to come. Thank you for listening. Bye.